Weird.
Oh, it
They're
finally
lying.
went live. I think
Yeah.
it finally went live.
Well, that's because Brian showed up.
That must be it, right?
Yeah. Brian, hi.
I don't see him live.
Well, it just went live here, which relays to the other services, so it's
Right, right,
probably
right.
like buffering up and queuing up.
Well, let me
There it
check.
is.
There it is.
Sorry, I was
There-
watching-
Always
cat-
on the mayor's, mayor, whatever you call it.
Let me switch.
He was
I
talking about the
watching-
Jersey Devil. Oops. That's Trump. Trump versus Biden.
Oh, I was watching a cat girl play Fortnite. I don't know what you guys were watching, but
Oh, good.
Oh.
We got the we got the Red Bull ad.
Oh, Red Bull. Okay. Well, while we're watching the Red Bull ads, we'll wait. Am I recording? Am I recording? Yes, I am recording. Okay. Then in that
Oh, there
case,
you
let's
go.
do.
No, you're there.
Let's officially open a show that is starting late for once.
Okay.
The show we call-
2,
Insert
1.
title here.
Ad is finished.
A show that goes live when it can. And I'm here. Brian's here. Marge's here. We're all here. But we won't be here next week. And we
Oh,
have-
that's exciting! Really? I
Really?
can't sleep late.
You know, I was having a wonderful, lovely nap.
Why'd you wake up?
Well, because I had wanted to do the show.
I'm impressed you woke up.
But I thought you were not working today?
No, I was working today. Why wouldn't I be working today?
Well, you were taking. Oh, you got home and just took a nap.
Yeah.
he
well,
walked upstairs and took a nap.
I was having a lovely nap at 7 p.m. You know,
Right.
also
I've
known
done
as
that too.
not
It
working
doesn't.
hours.
That never ends out
Busy
well.
day at work.
Well, actually, I worked from home today.
Oh.
I basically said, yeah, I'm not coming into the office, and there's really nothing you could do about that. And
You go
Is that
to
what
a.
you- is that what you told
you
your
go
boss?
to a, you work out of a home office.
yeah, well, Mondays is a required in office day,
Uh-huh.
and well, I texted my boss and my coworker yesterday, basically saying I won't be able to come into the office tomorrow, and my boss could have basically said, well, you're going to have to take a sick day then, or a personal day or a vacation day, but he didn't. He didn't say that. He said that was fine. So it was basically it was up to them, dealer's choice.
So does that mean you
I
traded
could work
with
from
the-
home today, or I could work not at all today, and they chose, go ahead, work from home today.
Does that mean you did a switcheroo with your friend, with your partner?
Well, no, it's Mondays is everyone's in, so he was going to be in anyways.
Oh.
But I've been covering for him. He was on vacation the last 2 weeks, so I didn't even get to see my coworker after he's back from being gone 2 weeks. But that was okay because everyone
You have
was
to
happy
catch with
see
him tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Well, Tuesdays only one of us goes in, and I went in the past two
Oh.
Tuesdays. So
Well, some other time you'll have. To
I will
catch
see him
with
some other time, and then I'll be on vacation next week. I will see him in 2
Wow.
weeks.
Where are you going on vacation?
Well, it's more of a. Well, first of all, I'm going to the beach next weekend because next weekend is the weekend closest to my dad's
Which beach do you
birthday.
go to?
The Jersey Shore, La Valette.
Jersey. Okay.
Yeah. I'll head next weekend's the weekend, or this upcoming weekend, it's the weekend closest to my dad's birthday. So we typically all get down there for that weekend.
What is the closest ocean beach to you?
Probably one in Massachusetts.
Not Misquamicut?
I don't know. I don't know the
Isn't
names
that the
of
one
the
where
beaches
they throw
here.
the tea over? Is that
Have
the
you
one
never
across-
been to Misquamicut in Rhode Island?
No.
Oh, you need to go there.
Okay.
Gators, you need to go there now.
There was a Boy Scout summer camp. It was in Connecticut, it was about 20 to 25 miles away. And so when I worked there one summer, and we would, me and this other guy, hitchhiked to the beach. in
25
Rhode
miles
Island.
away, you hitchhiked?
Yeah, we were young.
How safe was it then?
It was fine. The funny part is a Connecticut State Trooper actually gave us a ride, but dropped us off at the border, says that he couldn't cross the border.
Yeah.
How cool is
So, anyways, if something that was previously provided to you for free that maybe you weren't necessarily entitled to has changed policy so that you no longer get it for free, are you allowed to be pissed off about that?
No.
It depends on what it is.
All right. Well, you know how Nick. This is all Nick's fault, really.
Of course.
Because Nick always posts those green and yellow block patterns that make subscribed users that include a game in their subscription. Because you can subscribe to just news and not games. Or you can subscribe to all. But they put this little miniature crossword puzzle behind a paywall. And I thought that was pretty bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, here, that we gave you a taste for free. Now we want your money to play a little crossword puzzle. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
gotta
go
be
find...
us.
And that's when you just say, okay, I'm not going to play anymore.
Well,
I don't read your fucking newspaper, so...
that is what the average person would do. I went and I Googled, and I found a loophole. And someone closed my loophole. So Mars, any guesses what loophole I found?
You got a link right to the minis?
No, I found the Seattle Public Library.
Nice.
The Seattle Public Library had a link that would give you a 3-day pass to the New York Times that included everything. So every 3 days, I just sign up for a new Seattle Public, a new New York Times link from the Seattle Public Library, so I could play the mini, and then I could play the MIDI, and then if I was really on a roll after the mini and the MIDI, I could actually play the real crossword puzzle. And so I've been doing this for a few years now, I think. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a long time.
This is not a new thing you got screwed out of.
Right, I've been doing this a while. Well, this past week, the Seattle Public Library put their New York Times link behind a paywall. Well, not a paywall, a Be Local wall. You have to have a Seattle Public library card in order to sign in and get a 3-day pass to the New York Times.
So first of all, get your...
Which means I have to live in fucking Seattle.
Get a VPN, link it to Seattle. Do you know anybody in Seattle?
Well, I have to put in a Seattle address. I do. I do have a brother-in-law that lives in Seattle. I don't feel like calling him and saying, "Hey, could we borrow your address so we could get a library card?"
So then they can send you junk mail. Yeah, I want to send you some junk mail with the Seattle. Yeah, whatever.
So that's okay because surely there are other libraries out there. Well, it turns out there's the Boston Public Library and another Cambridge library. They do offer New York Times codes, but they cheaped out and only offer the news codes. They don't include games in their codes. So I go and I sign up for, a 3-day trial through the New York Public Library, and I get only news. I still can't play the games. I cannot find a library that has an open, free-for-all pass to the New York Times. Seattle was the only one doing it, apparently. So part of me really wants to get angry at Seattle for the Seattle Public Library.
Sorry, angry at what my headphones just kind of slipped off.
Okay. Well, basically, I was saying that the Boston Public Library only offers news-only access to the New York Times. So Seattle basically took away this thing I had been relying on for my morning routine for years. So I'm kind of pissed off at the Seattle Public Library. And maybe that's a little fucked up. Maybe I'm not entitled to free New York Times access courtesy of the Seattle Public Library. But that's what I was doing, and that's been taken from me, and I'm angry about that. So that's...
Yeah, that sucks that you have to find somebody else.
I can't find.
Or just find a new game. You know?
I have to. Yeah, I guess so. At least I can still play Wordle, and I still have my streak going there. But like,
you don't have a local library that does it?
No, none of. Like I said, the closest thing I could find is Boston offers news only access. They don't pay for the full access that includes games.
Oh.
Well, you can always ask them. Hey, can you look into access for games on the New York Times?
Oh, I mean, I guess I could. Yeah. But I don't think.
And then they'll ask you for your library card number.
which I do have one. I had to sign up for a
Oh.
Boston Public Library
Oh.
library card because I'm a resident of Massachusetts. So that I could sign
Yeah.
up for.
Yeah.
I
cool.
can't sign up for a Seattle library card,
Exactly.
but I can sign up for a Boston library card. But Boston doesn't spring for games. Seattle does. So maybe I just need to move to Washington State.
You know, it's too bad the New York Times, instead of doing the normal, I would read your whole newspaper thing, you can't just like sign up for something like $1 a month for like the games.
Well, I do, it's not like it's super expensive to pay for the games. I think it's maybe like, you know what? Let me see if I can find it again.
Oh, so you can do it right from New York Times, just pay for the games and nothing else.
You can pay for a game access through New York Times, but I feel like I get pissed off on principle when someone tries to charge you money for something that they had been providing for free, because mind you, the games used to be free, and then the New York Times put them behind a paywall, and then libraries were paying for them for me, and then we're only the one library that did wasn't. So like part of me is like, fuck you, I refuse to give you money because I've been getting this for free for years. Why should I pay you now? Like this is not
On an
something
exploit, you've been getting it free for years.
this is not something I sought out to buy. This is something that I was enjoying for free, that someone was like, hey, now that we got you hooked, what if we charged you money for this?
No,
And that's
I'll
when it's
tell
like,
you.
what if I told you to go fuck yourself with your charge money for this? That's my feeling about it. That's
The only
You
way
really
you're
should
going
be
to get...
mad at the New York Times for taking away taking away your freedom.
Well, on the one hand, yes, I am,
Nice.
and I am, but also I understand that the New York Times is a business that needs to make money, and journalism is a very tough.
Why don't they just pump
market
ads
these
instead
days.
like every other fucking game?
I think the journalism industry has found that not. I mean, it's a very complicated topic if you really want to dig into it.
That's not my problem.
No, it's my
And
problem.
if you do too many ads, then I won't play your stupid game.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I do. I do play this one game that, they pump in a lot of ads. Another game, they have a bunch of ads, but there's ways to avoid them. There's a few places where, okay, you can't avoid an ad here. That's annoying. But anyway.
You know, the only way New York Times is going to get a worldwide outlash is if they were put Wordle behind a paywall. Then you would then there would be rioting. I'm letting you know.
How long
Then
has
there would be
Wordle
rioting.
been out there? What number are they on? Because they issue a number every day, right?
I don't know. There's a new Wordle every day.
Right.
Yeah,
it's one-
but
it's
there's
one
an
a day.
issued number every day. It's 3,652 or whatever it is. You can count how long it's been out there.
Yeah. Like I just said,
I
though.
do see Jonathan. I do see Nick's play almost every day. Sometimes, for some reason, Facebook doesn't want to show me that anymore.
You know what? I know there's a place somewhere on the site where I could add the subscription so I can get the price, but also it's not easy to find where to add it on the page. It took me, because at one point I was arguing with their support because I thought the second library I went to gave me an access that would give me it full, because it was telling me I still had full access, because the full access that had expired that morning was still showing under my account. And so I was arguing with their support, and their support was like, well, no, that expired. I'm like, well, no, it still shows on the page. And they're like, well, and my argument to them was, look, you say it's expired, I say it's on my page. Since it's already on my account, I don't even have the option to pay for it, because you're not offering that for me, because you say I already have it.
That sucks.
So then they removed that stale entry and said, well, refresh it now. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess I could pay for it now, but I don't want to, because it should be free.
Hey, thank you very much, but I don't want to.
But now I can't. But now I can't find where I could add that, so I can't even come up with the price to figure out how much money I'm letting piss me off right now.
It's funny. You would think these places, they want you want to pay them money. Make it easy for me to click on a button and say pay you money.
Yeah.
Okay, Amazon's another one. I love Amazon. I use so many services from Amazon, Twitch being included. Okay, it's like, okay, a lot of my friends have no commercials. And to do streaming, you have to streaming over certain services. They want you to do party time or whatever it's called, and everybody can watch a movie. So I got to pay the $3.49 a month. I'll do that. I'm not thrilled about it, but I'll do it for a couple months. I go on the app. Okay, where do I pay you? You can't find it anywhere. Okay, I go on the Amazon Video app. Where do I pay you? I go on the Prime app. Where do I pay you? I'm like, am I going to actually have to use a PC, log onto the website, and then look somewhere and Google it? I mean, I don't. Guys, make it easy. If I want to pay you money, give me. Hey, add to my subscription. Go, just do it right from the app. I already log into you. Do it right from the app. How hard is it to be a web developer, guys? How hard is it?
So,
like, here's what gets me. I went into this little fast food restaurant, and they said, "Oh, our cash register's done, but you can place the orders on the app." Okay, I went to go get the app. Oh, there's sucky Wi-Fi in the store, or even sucky cell service. So I have to step outside.
Step outside to order.
Yeah, to download the app. Then I have to sign up. Everything's ready except how do I put in my credit card? I could not find it anywhere.
They probably want you to set up Apple Pay on it.
It doesn't even say. Where can I put on Apple Pay?
Funny.
How absurd. So we just got in the car and went someplace else.
Yeah, exactly.
I still can't find where to give New York Times money, but I did find where you could buy a gift subscription for someone else, which gives me what we're after the price. So games for a year, New York Times games for a year is $50, which comes to less than $5 a month.
That's kind of expensive, isn't it?
It's expensive when it adds up to the full year. It's not expensive if you go, hey, it's like $4.15 for a month. That's 30 days, sometimes 31. Never mind February. Anyways, yeah, that's what's pissing me off.
It's a brick short.
Yeah. But anyways,
and that's on a leap year.
Yeah.
2 bricks, everybody.
Yeah. But anyways, that's what's pissing me off. But whatever. I'm already kind of used to not playing the MIDI and the Mini anymore. It's like I do my Wordle, I drink my coffee, I get to work. So now the boss gets 5 minutes.
Oh, you cut out the
work.
bananas.
I might make some banana bread tonight.
Oh, dude was doing something
right.
sketchy. So
I went to take a banana. They're like all falling, dropping off of the bunch around me, and the one I ate this morning did not taste very good. Usually they get nice and sweet, even though they're kind of mushy. But this was like
can't do the mush. Can't do it.
It was mushier than I prefer.
But not brown or mushy and brown.
Dude, what was it? What cost money was the games through the New York Times?
Dune's wondering, New York Times games are beyond Wordle. Wordle's free. Some of their games are free. Some of their games are behind a paywall. I was using the Seattle Public Library's 3-day New York Times pass and redoing that every 3 days to get past the paywall. Mm-hmm. Seattle now only allows residents to do that. Boston only gives you access to the news if you use their free New York Times pass, not games. It comes to $50 a year if you want to pay. But it's not work-related. Although I guess what Dune was doing might have been work-related that he missed it. So that's the summary for Dune. Since he is our only viewer right now.
What?
Who knows?
Hey, Dune!
There might be other viewers out there. You know, it's... Yeah, no, pretty much it's just Dune.
Says. Well, my live thing says on Twitch says 5.
Yeah, but that's because
that's
I'm in
the
there.
3 of us.
You're in the you're in there. Mars is in there. I'm in there. Dune's in there, and maybe someone's watching us on YouTube. Maybe the guy with the jar.
Yeah, but this is on Twitch. Does that include the YouTube watchers?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Well,
touch the YouTube people. It's just Twitch. So.
Actually, StreamYard's thing says that we have 4 live views on Twitch, so maybe they don't count mine, and 1 through YouTube. So someone might be.
Got it.
But anyways, So, you know how we often joke about the confuse a cat sound effect? You know, every now and then.
Oh, yeah. Yay, confuse a cat.
Because that's very similar to the drum beat that was used in the Monty Python sketch about calling that service in to come confuse their cat.
Yeah.
It's very Monty
Oh,
Python.
that's where that post from the Stream Elements came from. That's the title.
Yes, because this week's episode is, but how do you unconfuse a cat? Because
I like Mars' idea. Meow.
Yeah, meow.
yeah. Well, Saturday night we had a little bit of a situation. So I'm sleeping, and a
I
nice,
approve. Best day ever, right there.
yeah. And about like 2:30 a.m., I'm awoken to shaking and meowing because Shaniko is in my room with a claw caught in the side of my box spring that she is furiously trying to get out of the box spring. And given that it's 2:30 a.m. in the morning, I'm not giving any thought to how unusual this is because I don't know how Shaniko's night normally goes. But at some point, she settles down and sleeps, and she normally settles down and sleeps in Ten's room, in Ten's bed. Mm-hmm. Never in my room, because she don't like me. She likes Ten. So that's where she always ends up. So I wasn't really even thinking about at 2:30 in the morning being woken up how it's a little unusual. She's just on the prowl in the middle of the night and got stuck. So I roll over. I reach down. I help her get her claw out of the side of the box spring. I'm like, all right, you're a grown-ass cat. You get yourself on your way. I'm going to roll over, go back to sleep. Well, about a half hour later at 3 in the morning, I'm waking up again to meowing and things going on. So Shaniko's still in my room, and she's meowing like she wants something. And at this point, this causes Momo to start meowing, which wakes up Ten. And Ten's like, well, I'm awake. I'm going to the bathroom because if you wake up at 3 in the morning, you probably got a full bladder. And it's that whole question of
time to go.
It's like, what's more enticing to me? Rolling over and going back to sleep or dealing with this huge urge to pee? And a lot of times the urge to sleep wins out. But not in the... So,
you ever have that thought, it would be so much easier if I could just pee right here. And then you go, I
had
could just
that
do that.
thought.
And then you go, yeah, I should just do this right now. And then you think to yourself, that's just going to make a mess. I gotta get up. I can't do it. It's going to be a big mess.
Make it worse.
I gotta say, anytime I wake up in the middle of the night, I see the appeal of chamber pots.
We all see the appeal. And
I see the appeal of chamber pots. That is a great idea.
Chamber pot. There you go.
Keeping a pot of piss under the bed is a great idea at 3 in the morning when you're awake. That is a great. Then you wake up in the morning and it's like, no, maybe not.
Gators, would you be able to aim?
The appeal.
Would you be able to aim for the chamber pot?
Lid?
Yeah.
What's that?
Doesn't a chamber pot include a lid?
Yeah.
I don't know. The ones I've seen in like museums or whatever, are just like pot open up.
No, they have a lid usually. Okay.
Oh,
Gators, would you be able to aim and hit that lid, hit the chamber pot in the morning at 3 a.m.?
I think I can get a routine down.
Okay.
I probably keep some sort of a scrap carpet underneath it that I
The
throw out
scrap
periodically.
carpet, I see.
Yeah, well, something more permanent than a paper towel that I'd have to change daily, but something that could easily be
what if you just have a litter box you
after
could
a
piss
few
into?
weeks. Well, you know what?
Then
That's
you
not
could
a
just
bad
scoop
idea.
it every other day.
That is not a bad idea right there.
Yeah.
I'll get one of those automated raking litter boxes
So
right next
you just
to my
in the middle
bed.
of the night, you hear, zzz, yep,
Yeah, I
there's
just pee, I roll over. As I drift off to sleep, I hear zzz, zzz.
little white noise to help you sleep, you know.
Just change the tray out every month. I'm good. This is a great idea.
Your cats may judge you, by the way.
But they do it too. Hey.
Yeah, but the thing is, how do you prevent from the cats using yours?
What's the problem if the cats use it?
Just Gators.
That'll make it a lot worse.
Just in the middle of the night.
Well, not
when
at the
you're,
same time. What are the chances that the cat's going to be in it at 3 in the morning?
No. It's two against one using it.
Gators. In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, when you're trying to pee in the litter box, Just make sure if you hear a meow or a scream, stop.
Yeah.
Stop the stream.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
Yeah.
as long as I don't start pooping in it, I think we're fine.
I mean,
I don't think
That would be.
sir.
they're not equipped for human turds. You know.
You do you,
Get
sir.
one of
I don't
those
know.
cat robot things.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So anyways, 3 a.m. She meows, which wakes up Momo, who meows, which wakes up Ten, who goes to the bathroom, goes back up. And Shaniko is acting excited to hear Ten. And so she runs to my door. But it becomes immediately obvious to us that Shaniko is unable to leave my room. She seems to have gotten lost and trapped herself in my room. Even though she's standing
poor
right at the
kitty.
doorway and it's open
Which is
and
open,
in front of
yeah.
her. She would not step through the doorway.
Did you kick her a little bit? Did you kind of push her with your foot to her butt?
Well, we did things like, because she is at this point probably fully blind. We're pretty sure she's fully blind. She doesn't respond to any. But she's been going blind over 2 years now, and she's been fully blind for probably a few months now. So it's not like this is a sudden thing. But this is the first time this happened. So I don't know how much the blindness contributes to this or not. But like, we're tapping the floor to kind of demonstrate open door. There's a surface in front of you. You can take steps forward. It's safe. We're here trying to coax you. Ten's here in front of you. You want to be with Ten, and she's right in front. But she would not walk out of the room. She would not do it. So then I'm like, well, maybe it's a difference between carpeted and hard floor. And Ten's like, well, maybe it's because the hard floor is dark and it looks like a void or something to her if she has some working vision.
Yeah, we have
So
Pomeranians like
we
that.
got a little like step rug to put over the threshold into the hallway, so she'd have a different surface that would visually look different and feel different. See if she would walk out onto that. She would not walk out onto that. We could not get her to walk through the threshold. I pick her up. I take a few steps out of the doorway. I put her down. She freezes, tenses up, and she eventually cautiously retreats back into my room and will not,
No.
so
Hello.
yeah, I don't know how she got confused.
Program locked.
So eventually it's like, okay, it's 3 a.m. The reruns I run on my TV overnight has reached the point that The Facts of Life is what is playing. I'm never awake for The Facts of Life.
What?
Why
You
am I
didn't want to watch Judy?
No, this one was about Blair and her dad using her to help with tax evasion. But
So
she-
normal episode.
Right up your
okay.
alley.
those rich bastards. But anyways, so I'm like, all right, we know where Shaniko wants to be and where she ends up. Let's put her there. So I picked her up and I walked her across the hall, in through the doorway into Ten's room, put her down on the floor in Ten's room. She did a lap around the room, sniffed around, got her bearings, hopped up into the bed, settled down for the night, back to her normal routine because we brought her to where she wants to be. So it's just weird but it continues. So she was fine the rest of the night. So the next morning is, their normal breakfast time. Mm-hmm. Shaniko would not leave Ten's room to go downstairs for breakfast. She was once again stuck at the threshold of the door, would not leave to go out in the hallway. Not even for food. Like, Ten was there with the food dish trying to entice her out. She would not leave. Finally, at some point, Ten had to pick her up, carry her downstairs.
So she's become a carry cat.
Well, Saturday afternoon. No, Sunday. Well, this was happening Saturday night.
You did deny that
No.
one, Brian.
This was happening Saturday night into Sunday morning. By Sunday afternoon, she was completely back to normal. Hasn't had another. So, but we'll get there. So Ten carries her downstairs. She eats her breakfast. She's thrilled to eat her breakfast. Appetite's still there. She took a wrong turn and instead of going to the litter box, went into the human bathroom and peed on our bathroom rug. And then she went back upstairs, ended up in my room. Hey. All you gotta do is throw it in the washing machine.
Well, she went to the right. She went to a bathroom. It's fine.
She went to a bathroom, peed in a bathroom. Just
if she just got a little higher onto the pot, then she'd doing it all fine.
So, but the thing is, I wake now, mind you, I'm sleeping in when this is going on. I wake up to meowing in my room again. So Shaniko has again somehow after breakfast, she got herself up the stairs through the hallway into my room, where she again found herself trapped, unable to leave my room. And she didn't really want to be in my room, but she couldn't leave my room. So at this point, I wake up, Ten wakes up, and that was the support from earlier. I wake up, Ten wakes up, and Ten explained to me about what happened with breakfast and how, well, she got trapped in your room again. And so I said, look it, let's give this time. Let's see what she does if she eventually gets her way out of my room or not. So we let her just kind of chill in my room for a few hours. And what she eventually did was she eventually retreated to under my bed and just lied down under my bed, which is not one of her normal resting spots.
Oops.
And yeah, that's a little concerning when a cat starts looking for a abnormal spot to hide. That's usually a let me find a nice place to curl up and die type of move. Not always, but
right. Could be.
Well, maybe it's just something. Maybe it just felt like a safe area for her.
Well, that's really what it was. It was a safe area in the room she was trapped in. And even though she's not really trapped in there, for some reason her cat brain feels that she's trapped there and it's not safe to walk out the door into the hallway. So that was so at some point I'm like, okay, I'm not letting you sleep under my bed all day. Let's get you back to normal. So I pulled out the container of catnip, and she knows that sound. She came right out under the bed for that. But again, she would not leave my room. She would not come out in the hallway, not even for catnip.
Gators?
Can you kind of use catnip to lead her out of the room?
I mean, I was trying to with the container, like entice her to smell it and follow my hand,
right.
And she still would not leave my door. So finally, I'm like, all right, let's bring her back to Ten's room, and we'll figure the rest out later. So I carried her across the hall to Ten's room, put some catnip down in there. She rolled around in a bit, had a good old time, and then settled down in Ten's room, which is not unusual for her normal habits. But Sunday evening, she did come downstairs on her own for dinner, and then she went back to her normal routine, lounging in her normal spots downstairs, go back upstairs, go to Ten's room. This past night, she didn't get lost in my room. She hasn't been getting lost anywhere, in and out of room. She's back to complete normal. It was just this very weird one night, half a day thing. But it was alarming enough, we made a vet appointment, and that's why I stayed home today to go with Ten and Shaniko to the vet so we could ask the vet, what the fuck was that we just saw? And you know what? The vet thought that was really weird too.
So did you say that, the last time we did this, I tried to get my cat high, the blind confused cat high just in case with some pot?
I didn't. No, I did mention that I tried to lure her with some catnip, but we told the whole story. Okay. So first you tell the assistant the whole story so that they can boil it down to a abbreviated version for the actual doctor when he comes in. But what the doctor came up with was basically three things. Well, one, it could be some kind of a mini stroke event or something like that could have happened.
That could happen. Mostly
although or it could have been it could be something that will never happen again, could be something that does happen again. Those are kind of the two. He basically told us the logical
stuff you could have just figured out.
Did the doctor suggest any tests to run?
Well, the doctor said that. He seemed to suggest that he doesn't. I don't think he expects to find anything definitive or conclusive, but that it's not a bad idea to run blood work and see if the blood work shows anything. And her being a senior cat and having not had blood work in 2 years, it's not a bad idea anyways. But he doesn't expect to necessarily find an answer in the blood work. He suggests it for things like that. There's not really a way to really easily diagnose, but you could put them on a medication that's preventative anyways. And it's also another thing, like if you put them on the medication, it doesn't happen again. Do you really know it's the medication, or is it just because it wasn't going to happen anyways? So he really gave us these very vague and conclusive, well, we could run blood work. It probably won't tell us much. We could put her on medication, but we don't know that she really needs it, and we wouldn't know that it's really working. Or you could just monitor the situation. Those are kind of the three options. And so I said, well, what would you recommend? Because you're the doctor, I'm not. And he said, well, let's do the blood work and let's see what the blood work comes back with. So we expect to get those test results tomorrow. And from there, if they see something, we'll act on that. And if they see nothing, I guess we just monitor it and see if it happens again or not. But now this means that we regularly leave the cats to fend for themselves with a, auto feeder for long weekends, or maybe, for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that now. So I'm getting ready to go to the lake next week from Wednesday.
How old is the beast?
In her teens, getting up there in her teens.
Upper teens?
I think so. I've lost track. Let me see if I can find an age for Shaniko. When did we get Shaniko? We got her in 2018. I think she was like 8 years old when we got her there then.
Oh, wow. Huh?
So actually mid-teens, I guess. But that's the point where you're getting into a senior cat in the mid-teens. Mid-teens to high teens. So yeah, she's starting to get old.
I mean, you still could do that. Just make sure your bedroom doors are shut,
Well, but we don't want to leave the bedroom
doors
door shut, because that's part of their normal routine. That's part of their normal lounging places. I guess what I'm going to do is I've already scheduled a pet sitter to check in, because we're going to the lake from Wednesday to Sunday. So if we got someone that pops in on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, if we set up litter boxes in my room and Ten's room, or maybe we just close the door to my room. It might be an idea. And that way...
That's the one she gets confused, and everywhere else she seems fine.
Right. Well, but also Momo likes to lounge in my room sometimes, though. So do we really want to close off Momo's lounge?
Momo can lay on Ten's bed, right?
What's that?
Momo can lay on Ten's bed, right?
Well, it's Shaniko's territory. So, if we start messing with territory, they might start, disagreeing. Not that I'm too worried about that, but still, I guess what I would do is I'd put a litter box in each of the rooms, and worst case scenario, if a pet sitter's checking in daily, she gets stuck in one of the rooms for an overnight, but we have someone that makes sure she gets fed every day, that she doesn't, get herself trapped away from her daily meal, at least. So that, I think, and I did ask the vet, we have a trip, we got a cat, we'll get a cat sitter that'll be check in daily. Is this something that's concerning enough that we should consider canceling our trip? And I wouldn't cancel it, but basically, if there's a problem that we can't really leave her, then Ten might just stay and I'll go visit my aunt myself. Which would be a bummer, but also it's my family that we're visiting, so it's more important for me to get there, get that visit in. Although Ten really wanted to get to the county fair that we're going to go to while we're there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I don't know. She's back to normal. It's like, why did you have to do this now? Why do you have to make us doubt your ability to care for yourself now? Right when we're getting ready to go away for a long weekend.
Yeah.
But I already have a cat sitter scheduled, although I need to, it's a new cat sitter. The one we used last time isn't on the site, so we got to do a meet and greet at some point this next week.
Well, I have a question. Did you get the key back from the last sitter?
Yes, but I
Because I know
never.
you did get the key back from the sitter before that.
I never got the key back from the first sitter, but I did get the key back from the last sitter.
That's funny.
So there is someone else in this town that has a key to my house, but I don't think she knows where it is.
Is it Sparky Toaster?
Being that we have no idea who Sparky Toaster really is, it could be.
There you go.
It could be.
Sparky, if you're listening, they might go away for a couple days. Pink House? Question mark?
I don't think so. So, anyways, yeah, that's my confused cat. You know, instead of confusing a cat, we need to unconfuse a cat. So
Poor
I don't.
kitty.
The thing that the vet found unusual, because the normal things like that don't usually involve a quick bounce back. That this event happened, this clearly off event happened, and then very quickly bounced back. That's not a normal thing. The vet's like, yeah, no, we can't. It would make more sense if she was still having problems.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad she bounced back and it was a temporary blip.
Yeah.
But that makes it harder to come up with an explanation. Cats.
Dude needs more of them.
Well, I got to tell you, though, if you ever have thoughts that maybe you'd rather have a dog rather than a cat, just go ahead and, spend 5-10 minutes in a vet's waiting room. You'll be more confident that you made the right choice going with cats after, about 5-10 minutes of oh, my God, this damn dog would not stop. You know when the dog does that sound? You know that sound? Oh, this dog would not settle down. I was not approaching this dog. This owner was trying to settle this dog down. Last thing he needs is someone like, oh, let me rub the belly of the noisy dog that won't settle down.
I would have done that. Gators, I would have done that.
This is why no one takes you to the vet.
I'm not allowed to go to dog shelters. I won't go to. I won't work at a shelter. I won't work at a dog place because I'd probably take them all home.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, I take them all home. They'd be like, "Why do you have 68 dogs?" Well,
I couldn't fit any more.
Well,
I couldn't fit any more. Yeah,
yes.
I needed one more, but I couldn't.
That
do
would
it.
be my question. You were almost there, and you stopped at 68.
No,
That's not nice.
No, the reason I stopped at 68. I didn't want to stop the number before it.
You're so close. You may as well go to 69.
Yeah, it's okay.
68 dogs. Really. You almost at the funny number, and you stopped right at 68. Foot and Reddingen, evening, Mr. Gators and gang. How's it going? It's going. It's going.
Good.
Good.
Dune Reddingen. Dune Reddingen.
Dogs.
Hey, wait. Mars needs dogs? I got you. Dune keeps threatening to mail his dogs to people.
What? Why? He has all his. He has. I'll take the. What was it? The German Shepherd, the good one.
They're all good.
No, the other one.
I have your address. Wait, Dune has your address. Dune sent you that Amazon speaker.
Yeah. No. The thing is, I don't need a dog. My sister has a dog. If I need a cat, I borrow the ones from the neighborhoods. They're happy to come to my place. I've seen them on my bed napping before. I walk in there. I went to the bathroom. I heard meow, and I'm like,
our town has an abundance of stray cats, and most of them are very friendly. And
that's because people leave them behind. That's why.
What's that?
In my neighborhood,
people leave them behind.
In my neighborhood, people, since it's a college area, a lot of people rent these condos for colleges. And what happens when they move? They just leave their animal.
Oh, that's awful.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
I never understood where this cat population is coming from because that's just something. At first, when I moved to the town, there's all these cats in the parking lot, and what I came to find out was that there was
communal cats. You're right, Footen.
There was a resident that would regularly leave food out for the cats and the raccoons. I'm not sure if that was the intent, but that was the effect.
That would be
here too.
Yeah.
but yeah, we had a lot. In fact, one of the cats in our area at our apartment was very friendly, and Ten made friends with it. Would sit with her a bit from time to time. Never came into our place, but tried to follow her in a few times. But Mars, you had one follow you in one day.
I've had a couple. I've had him have it a couple times. One time I walked in and there was a cat in my sink, and I'm like, "Hi, cat." It looks at me and goes, "Meow." So I pick it up. It's very tame. It was a very nice cat. I pick it up and take it outside and say, "No, you can't live here. I'm sorry." And it's like, no, I want to live here. And then the other day, about 2 or 3 months ago, I go to the bathroom and I hear meow, and I'm like, and I look over and this cat's like napping on my bed, and I'm like, different cat, of course, but I'm like, cat. I see. Well, you can lay there. So I just went to the restroom, came back out, pet the cat, and said, "Well, you can go if you want. I think we should go in a little while, though." And the cat's like, "Meow," and sleep. And I'm like, "Okay, I'll like stay there for a while."
Nice and comfy in here.
But, it was curled up on the corner of my bed. I'm like, okay, whatever,
At least it's a moderate climate area that doesn't get too cold for cats to fend for themselves. But the problem is not all of them are fixed, so to speak, because it was usually in the springtime. You knew it was spring when you heard the sounds of the mating cats off in the distance. Gators. That's not a calming, soothing sound.
There's a problem with California since our weather is temperate all year round.
Yeah.
There's mating whenever.
I heard it more in the spring.
I hear it about once or twice a month, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be sitting where I'm sitting now.
That's the miracle of life happening in your yard.
The question is, do you guys have a nonprofit in your area that will capture the feral cats?
Oh, they do the catch and release.
And then release.
Yeah, they'll do a catch and release.
That's the thing to do.
Apparently, that's a thing that's hard to keep up with to actually be effective. But I guess if they weren't doing those efforts, it'd be even worse.
Yeah, because some cats are not capturable. So you're not going to get them.
That cat that was laying on my bed had a clipped ear. So, yeah, it had already been caught and released. So
okay. That is happening.
And at one point, I finally got up and said, "Come on, cat, time to go outside." And it just got up and wandered out and said, "Okay." Like, okay. I've seen it a couple times. There's a hole in my screen door near my sliding door, so sometimes it likes saying, "Oh, I see there's a hole there. I'm just going to go right in."
Oh,
and I'm
there
like,
you go.
"Oh, I mean,
that's
I don't
a cat
care."
screen, right?
It's a cat screen, exactly. It's like it's down at the bottom. I was doing something and the screen door fell off the hinges, as it usually does, off the tracks. And then I went to go pick it up and my foot went right through it.
Oops.
Near the bottom. And I go, okay, well, there's a flap there. I keep the flap closed. That's how that goes. I get a new one of these days. They're not that bad in price. I just buy a whole new one.
You can just take over to... check with Home Depot, but you might have a better luck with Ace Hardware.
Home Depot's close. That's the reason I do it.
Well, if they do it there.
Yeah.
You know what? I would just get a whole new... I just give them the measurements and have one delivered. Because
this is just a rescreening. It'd be cheaper.
Not that much actually, Brian. That's the thing. And besides the frame around it, it's old, and I have to replace the wheels on it anyway. Yeah, it's pretty. It's from like 88, 87, something like that.
Ancient.
80, 89. So it's hard to open and close. So you know what? If I got a new one, I'll fit the extra for the new frame. I don't, I mean, I just spent $1,800 on washer dryer. I might as well just buy a new screen for my door too.
Right.
So
the money goes when the money goes, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I actually, I had a problem with those like cheap blinds that you buy for windows. They the slats in my room have broken from years of
wait is it horizontal or vertical?
The horizontal the small horizontal slats that you can rotate or
Venetian blinds.
Were yours metal or were they plastic?
Plastic, the cheap.
Yeah,
shit.
mine are the metal ones. And I want to take those things and throw them outside too. Get a new set.
Yeah. Well, mine. The problem is like I sometimes have to reach through to open and close the window because my window, one of the like counterbalances broke off. So when you lift it up, it just slides back down. So I just open up the top half now when I open it. But I got to reach in the side of the blinds, and so like a bunch of the slats have just kind of bent and broke off after years of reaching. I didn't realize how much stress I was putting under them. So I finally bought some new blinds to replace some of the blinds because other ones have had a few slats break, and it looks kind of white trash. So I'm like, let's class this place up. I didn't really look closely at what I ordered. I just looked for white blinds, the cheapest ones I could
they're
find.
off just a little bit, aren't they?
Well, I got ones that are cordless. They're spring loaded, so that you literally lift up or pull down the base instead of having that string that you got to fight with. I actually like this.
The kids will be so upset there's no string to play with.
I like this. The cats never play with that string, but because the thing is, how you always got to do that angle like click 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 click, and then sometimes it doesn't.
You have to angle the string to be able to go up and down.
These it's spring loaded, so all you got to do is lift them up or pull them down. That's all you got to do. It's I was not expecting that.
How do you change the thing so light goes through now?
There's still a rod to do the rotation. Yeah, that's still the same.
Okay.
But no cord to lift to lower them and raise them.
It might be worth it. Seriously. Oh my God, that'd be nice.
Is there an Alexa friendly blinds?
I don't know if there's an electric.
Alexa, open the blinds.
There are electric blinds you can get. I don't want to pay for them. How's that?
Generally, I'm opposed to maintaining batteries on things that I'm happy living without the batteries.
Well, but it's a device at the window. Could you have a plug right there?
Yeah, I have plugs right next to everything, but I'm just I don't want to deal with it.
It would probably be a battery thing, I would think, if they made that. But you could be right. There might be a plug-in version.
Or it's probably going to USB, so you would plug
run
it
a little
into
USB into the window frame there. Yeah, I guess that's a possibility.
Huh.
So that was a fun little. Oh, I've made progress with my film developing.
Oh, film developing. Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, Brian did to see your video you did last week.
Yeah, let's. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of take a little stroll back because remember that roll that I shot at the zoo that came out completely green. That was really the start of this journey. Was when I found that the older 70s era Ektachrome does not play nice with the modern Ektachrome developing processes, and so that zoo roll just came out completely cyan. And let me see if I could even find that one without, because I eventually just converted it to black and white. I think is what I did. Of course, VLC takes forever to open up these days, so I'm just waiting for it to actually open up. Here we go. Yeah, this is I'll go ahead and share this screen again. I don't have the green scan of it because I converted it to black and white, but my first attempt to color process 70s expired Ektachrome came out looking like this starting soon screen is what it
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Not what you were going for.
I can see it. Can you see it?
Nope.
So it's gonna lie to us. Now let's see if I do this and I do that. Now
there it is.
So as you can see, I think this roll was also done in the not the proper tank for it, so it took a lot of scratch and damage. You can kind of see a goat there. This was a pretty poor roll of film, but it actually produced recognizable image. So not the worst starting point, but certainly didn't get any color because it just all came out green cyan tinted, and I had to black and white convert it, and it's you got this haze over top of it. It's not a very good roll of film. But let's see, what was my next one that I came up with?
Peacock, I take, right?
Yeah, there's or an emu, I think, actually. And there's some other animals, some kind of a bird.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah. And then I did. Let's see, what else did I do? I did a roll at Lavalette that came out kind of poor as well, that I didn't get color of, but I can't seem to find where that one is. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, this is a Kodachrome roll. So that was when I was using the glacial acetic acid. Let's see. This was a roll that was newer Ektachrome that ran through the normal E6 kit, and the color's kind of very saturated and not quite there, but yeah, that was a bit.
And the only color that really came through is the blue.
Yeah, it came out very blue.
Yeah, everybody's a Smurf.
That's Ektachrome.
And then this was a roll that was in very rough shape, that the emulsion was coming off easily.
Right. Who is each child? Do you know?
Yeah, it's my cousin.
Okay.
My cousin's kid, which means that they're also a cousin. But yeah, this roll had a very weak emulsion. It did. So I could not get much.
Any guess on how old this is?
This was shot in 2023.
Ooh.
And then I shot this roll at Heart Lake. Very good black and white image. My tests to get color out of it failed, so I gave up and did it in black and white. And then after I did this roll is when Adrian, who's a friend on Facebook that does some film processing, is very knowledgeable, pointed out that it is possible to do what's called rehalogenation, where after you black and white process Ektachrome color film, you can put it in a bleach that will reactivate the color portion so that you could process the color portion after the fact. So my experiments to do that did not work out that well at first. Let's see. I did this roll at the beach trying to do that process, and you can see that it's very it just doesn't come out that well. The picture's not that great. The colors are very.
You got some yellow.
Yeah, this is
just stick them all together. You'd have some color, right?
So I decided, you know what,
and a flash of blue, yay!
And a flash of blue, and so I decided, you know what, let me try it again. Let me try it again with that Heart Lake Thanksgiving roll. And this one, it came out bad, but I put it side by side with the black and white. That was good. So I still have my good scan of the black and white, but as you can see, it came out very bluish, very greenish, no reds. Clearly, I mean, this is a little bit of an improvement from what I was getting before, as it still is a recognizable picture, and you're definitely getting some color in here, where, but it's not very good. So that left me kind of going back to the drawing board, because I'm like, well, this image looks worse than the black and white image I already had. I don't want to keep making my films look worse. I learned something from this, but it's not great. So I went back to the drawing board, did a little more researching and investigating, and that's when I noticed something that Adrian commented on, which is that oftentimes when he's processing older films using more modern developing fluids, he references adding some benzyl alcohol to the developer. I guess older Ektachrome would have benzyl alcohol in its fluid, and that was something that somehow through change that's not there anymore. And so I thought, well, you know what have I got to lose? Benzyl alcohol, like $20 Amazon will deliver a tube of the stuff to my door. So
it comes in a tube,
a container,
okay.
with a pop top type of thing that you pour out. So I bought some benzyl alcohol and said, all right, let's give it a try with another Thanksgiving roll that I did, or another Easter egg hunt roll I did. So let me show you. A while ago, earlier this year, we had a little Easter egg hunt, and where is that roll? Why can't I find that one? Oh, here it is. So this came out really good in black and white. So I said, all right, let's try to run it through the color process again, this time with benzyl alcohol. Will you look at that? Now that's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
That actually looks like an old home movie.
Well, there you go.
And it's and you got colors.
It
Reds,
looks like
yellows, browns,
now,
blacks.
someone scrutinizing might think it's off a little bit. It's not lab quality. But this looks like something that.
Well, you're also using expired film, right?
Yeah, it's expired film. It's cross processing into a different chemical process than the film was designed for, and it's amazing. It looks this good. Yeah. So I finally. Now here's the interesting thing. So these past three.
Are they actually making shall we say fresh rolls of film now?
They are. Apparently, it's not easy to find, and it is something like $40 a roll. Whereas this expired stuff, I generally hunt for 10 a roll.
Yeah,
and I do have to hunt. People on eBay rather get 20 a roll. I hold out for 10 a roll. And some people will sell it to me for 10 a roll. Some people will refuse my offers. And that's fine. They can keep their $20 a roll. Because the thing is, there's no guarantee it's even going to come out with a picture. This was a really good batch. These past few rolls I've been showing, these are from a batch that I got that were all expired in September of 79. And they all have come out great except for one. Which we'll get to. So the other one that I did recently is I reprocessed the Thanksgiving 2025 movie. And so here's this one. Here's my aunt's dog, Teddy, on the step of the lake house in living color. And yeah, this is... I am thrilled with it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is great. Why would I ever spend $40 for a fresh new roll of film when... The cheap expired stuff can be made to look this good. Like this is
sure. Well, yeah. I mean, it's what you're after,
right? And especially since if I buy the fresh film, I'd have to use it with a camera that works right.
Ideally, yeah.
I prefer to use my broken camera because that's the
right.
camera that shot my
broken camera, expired film, shitty chemicals. What the hell, right?
Yeah.
So your typical chemical batch. How many rolls can it process effectively?
I don't expose enough rolls to answer that question. I've not found out.
Do you continue using it over and over and over, or do you finally go?
My chemicals exhaust due to time before they exhaust due to use.
How much time do you give them?
This batch of developer I mixed up last November, and it's still going. I always run a test strip before I...
Yeah.
So I think the rule of thumb is like 3 months.
Where do you store your chemicals?
In my basement.
Just in the basement?
Yeah, in dark containers that don't let light through.
Sure. Okay. Not you don't have a little refrigerator no. Dorm room refrigerator.
No.
Okay.
No. The thing is, the chemicals are cheap to mix up because when you DIY, these chemicals, you can buy powders off of Amazon for most of the things you need. There's a few things you got to go to.
Which brand do you use typically?
Amazon Basics.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever they got on Amazon. Now, there are certain things that I do have to go to.
There's many brands. There's the Cinestill.
I'm not buying film developing kits. I'm buying chemicals.
Individual chemicals, yeah.
Yeah, I'm buying. In fact, one of the chemicals that I buy for the bleach is a chemical that is sold for some kind of a text calligraphy type of process or something.
Right.
But it's the right chemical.
But you heard somebody suggested it, and so you're trying it.
Filmboy24 suggested it. He told me all the ingredients that you need for ECN color developer and and bleach. And
I'd be curious to see what Philboy 1 through 23 would say, though.
I don't know where they are. But anyways, the interesting thing about this batch of film, this batch that I've been getting these results out of now that I finally found the right chemical process, is that there was one package that someone opened up the foil. Because usually, usually the carts are sealed in a foil pouch, and you don't rip it open until you go to use the cart. And anytime I buy these off of eBay, they're still in their sealed foil pouches. Well, this lot was like 4 or 5 rolls. I forget exactly how many. One of them, the foil pouch was ripped open, but the cartridge was still unused. And so I didn't want to use that one for anything I would care about.
Right.
Because that's a bit unpredictable, being that this is a over 40-year-old roll of film that's been opened up and exposed to the elements with no foil vacuum seal. So I loaded my camera and I took a walk up and down the street, and I did the black and white processing. And while I was washing the film, the emulsion layer on this one was flaking off at parts, but I still got a pretty good black and white image off of it. But the emulsion was clearly showing signs of compromise. You can kind of see a little bit of a pattern at points in the film of like cracking and things happening. There's this, texture over the image. That's the emulsion having that wear. But this is a pretty good black and white image.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, and I thought, well, great. I mean, since this worked on the last 2 examples, I just run this through the color process, and I should get a nice level.
Did you shoot this recently?
I shot this past weekend.
And is the Big Lots is still open?
No, it's not open.
It's a closed store. Yeah.
They haven't taken the sign down.
Like the Sears stores that we go by.
Right, exactly.
You remember, shit. This restaurant chain, kind of like a diner kind of place called Coco's.
Oh, I miss Coco's.
They're gone. So in Dublin, there was a Coco's there, and their sign is on the. How long has it been since they've been gone?
Oh, about 10, 15 years?
Sometimes
at
there's
least
no incentive to take down the sign unless someone else.
No, actually, they were closed before we went to Singapore, and that was 13, 14 years ago.
Was it Coco's, Caro's, and Baker Square was all around the same time, wasn't it?
I think Baker Square was a little bit later.
Oh, I meant
They just
Baker
left
Square.
California. They said, you guys are too fucking expensive.
Their pies were amazing, though. I used to go there
all
the
were
time.
Good. Yeah,
and their cheese sticks were amazing.
There was one near Tharco that we would like to go to, and then they closed and replaced by a Taco Bell. Who the fuck cares?
Sad.
That's by that Walmart there.
Yeah.
But here you can really see this like texture that keeps coming over the picture. That's the emulsion wearing.
Oh yeah.
And also,
looks like a stormy day, but it was a perfectly clear day, right?
Right, and now there's a cop car coming in the distance that's coming up to a traffic light, and
here
wondering
what you're doing with the giant light on your camera.
And see, the traffic light didn't change for the cop car, so this guy had to stop in the middle of the intersection to let the cop through.
Too bad you didn't have sound so you could hear the thing coming.
Yeah, and there's a church in the neighborhood and some more houses, just. So anyways, I figured, okay, the emulsion's wearing out, but I got a good black and white image. Let's run it through my color process, and it should work just as good as the last 2 results. No, not so much. Did
it strip it all down?
Clearly something stripped down, because this is what came out with the exact same process. It is... There's some kind of color there, but it's not stable, it's not consistent, and it's not right.
I like your
that's just blue mostly.
Yeah, so I think I think some layer of the emulsion came off, and that has altered the color. So this to me, because one of the things I was thinking was this is amazing. It's a shame that the people that process found film that was shot back then aren't doing it in color. They always go to black and white because that's the safe thing to do. And the thing is, though, is that found film that was shot back then and never got processed, that's similar to this card, meaning that it's been exposed to the elements not in a foil pouch for the past 40 or 50 years.
Right.
So processing found film that was shot back then versus shooting film now that's been sealed for 40 years, very different things. This is interesting, but this is awful.
Yeah, it's bad.
Same batch of film, same age, same storage, same chemical process. But this one's just got an emulsion that was just melting off. Maybe if I ran this one through a hardener bath before processing it, I might have had better luck. I might keep that in mind for future rolls. If I
have you done that before?
I have. I did that in some of my earlier experiments when I was trying to, because one of the things about this film is it was meant to be, the modern chemicals are meant to be processed at 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes.
This film can't handle 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The emulsion melts off. So I bought formaldehyde to make hardener baths that's supposed to make it be able to process the temperature. That still didn't work because the temperature for this film back in the day would have been 85 degrees. So,
I see.
I can make a hardener, but the hardener's still not going to make it be able to process at 100 degrees. It'll still melt the emulsion off. Footen writing in, I spaced out a little. I guess it is a real old camera, considering the port.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. This is one of my hobbies is shooting Super 8 movies with the family camera that was my grandfather's camera. Shot some movies of my mom and aunts back in the 70s, and then gave it to my dad, who shot movies of me, which I do have those films. It's been a while since we've shared the origin of the tree joke. You all know the tree that I shoot every year that we get to look at. Well, that was because of... I'm going to stop sharing for a moment because no one needs to see my mom and aunts in their jammies.
They might want to. I don't know what people are into, so you don't know.
Right. Just don't show her feet.
So we'll skip ahead to when they're not. Where can I share it? Oh, here we go. Share screen. Do that. So there we go. This is the inside of the lake house. That's actually the same. This is the inside of the same house we saw in the Thanksgiving movie. Now, here it is, the same lake that we were looking at earlier. Although now it's winter, and now it's 1972. So
wow,
there might be different houses around the lake in this movie than, of course. Now the color in this one puts my results to shame. Now that I look at this, I'm like, oh, maybe mine don't look that great.
That was before the camera was broken. It's fine.
That's also film that was not expired at the time.
It was probably brand new film then.
This is brand new film on a brand new camera. This is the second roll of film shot on the camera. And
so if you had a DeLorean, you go back in time, not to give yourself the scores in the next 50 years of baseball games.
And back
you
then,
just
the
come back
boathouse
with a bunch of film.
was green.
Bunch of film and a new camera.
There you go. And the house was white before it was red. And and that house isn't there anymore. And that tree's not there anymore. Otherwise, I would shoot that tree too. But yeah, this is my grandfather was impressed with how tall the trees were, and no one ever let him forget that he wasted good film documenting the height of the trees.
Yeah, and you took over the mantle, didn't you?
I took over. I made it a tradition.
Goodness.
So that tree is gone now?
The first one's gone. The second one's the one that I shoot every year.
Yeah, got it. Okay, I was confused a second there.
Yeah, I still shoot the second one every year. On Thanksgiving now. But yeah, so that is one of the early movies that was taken on that camera.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess it would it would only be fair that if I'm going to bring up old movies of my mom and aunts, I bring up old movie with me in it. So of course, if we're going to bring up one of those, we got to bring up the classic movie of me shoving cake in my cake hole.
Yeah, I get a little bit of cake.
There you go. There I am, shoving cake in my cake hole.
There's always room for cake.
There's always room for cake. I have a little trouble. I want to get it all in there at the same time, apparently, is what
you know what?
I
don't know what kid doesn't want to do that, honestly. I mean, I have a 6-year-old nephew that goes, cake, let's see how much. When he was 1, that entire cupcake in his gullet, he just shoved the whole thing in there. We're like, should we stop it?
That's the whole process of learning how to eat it properly.
Yeah.
Well, no, he shoved the entire. We had these big giant cupcakes. He shoved the whole thing in his mouth at once, and we're like, we look at him, and we're like very impressed that he got the whole thing in there at once, and we're like, well, should we do something? We want to see where this goes. My niece knows the Heimlich. It's fine. And we're like, well, we want to see where it goes. He closes his mouth, swallows the whole thing at once, and we look at him and goes, well, okay, that works. Boy's skinny as a freaking rail, strong as a freaking ox, and it's like, whatever. But, and he does that kind of now, but not to that point anymore. He eats with a fork, so.
And that's where the film ran out.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. So, Brian, it's been a few weeks. What have you been up to?
I say Brian probably went out and got the good weather last week.
No, it was hot as hell here.
What do you mean? It was only like 85 here.
No, it was over 100.
He's in the valley.
Doesn't matter.
You go up over the hills here, and it's a lot warmer. We were breaking 100 every day.
Oh no, we did not. I think the highest we got was like 85 that day. It was in the 70s most of the week.
Yeah, we didn't. We're going to drop down into the 80s this coming week. But.
Ooh, it's going to be 70s all week, and they're like, well, it's funny.
See,
they kept saying
that's the difference.
Yeah,
people don't understand that live closer to the bay. It's
microclimates.
It's a lot cooler.
Microclimates. You can go for one part of San Francisco, you'd be freezing your butt off. You go up to the hill, you'd be sweating your ass off.
That's right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you do? Have you been having fun? Have you been doing something interesting?
In the last week I've been pretty much doing nothing. So I had a video visit with my doctor a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's
and
always
we
fun.
put together a routine of tests. Obviously we already did the standard blood test.
Oh yeah.
We add a what did I add? Oh, I went to a diabetic retinal scan, and they failed to be able to do it, so they set up an appointment with me to visit the doctor, the optometrist.
Yeah.
They can actually do it.
Yeah.
Because my peepers can't go wide enough. And one time they even taped an eye open. And that's
I've had that. I've had things, Brian, that they check the size of your eye. So they do the little tap 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 all around your eye. They numb it. They do tap 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 tap, and then they stick this goop in your eye, and they go, oh yeah, we just put a little goop in your eye, and you're like, your whole face is covered. You're like, oh, that's disgusting. It's going down in your ear canal, and you're like, oh my god, it's funny. And she's like, oh, just a little more. I'm like, okay, I'm taking a shower in this, right? And then they go, let me put this big old lens. Let me prop your eye open, put this giant lens, and we can look back there. And they look back there, and they go, oh. And then they bring other people, and they go, oh, look at this. This guy's covered in goopy solution, and look at his eye. And like, you get all these interns looking in there. I'm like, should I be charging for this? Or
Exactly.
and then at the end, they take the thing out of my eye, and that's fine, whatever. It's not hurting or anything. And she gives me, you know how they give you the little square Kleenexes? They give you like 4 or 5. She gives me one, and I look at her and I go, "Girl,
I'm gonna need a few more.
girl, I'm gonna need like half that freaking package. Just a second." She
Yes.
starts laughing. My sister's like, "Brian, shut up. Just shut up, Mars." And I'm like, "That's great. That's great." And I'm like, "I don't care. I'm covered. Give you like the half package." I'm like getting my jacket, pulling out like Starbucks napkins and crap, trying to get. I'm like, dude, this is horrible. I'm like, do you have anything to clean my ears out? Because my ears are now plugged full of your saline goop solution. I don't know.
Bizarre.
I don't know. Yeah. No.
So then I went to Kaiser has a new. It's been open for about 10 years. A new hospital in San Leandro.
That's actually that they replaced the one that was in Hayward. That's where it went to.
But this is a new building because we would go to La Piñata for lunch, and they were building this Kaiser Hospital across the street. Well, it's been open for about 10 years now.
Yeah.
It's a nice facility because
it's nice. It's way too far, I think.
Typical for you.
Yeah.
Because you walk everywhere.
Well, no. The thing
Just
is,
kidding.
all my nieces were all born. All my nieces here were all born at the Hayward Hospital.
Oh.
From 1989 to now.
Oh, okay.
Or to about 5
Anyway,
years.
so it's a nice new facility. The nice part about compared to most of the Kaiser facilities is this has the hospital and the medical center connected. Now the thing is, so this I haven't been in here before, so I go into this huge parking lot, and because it was a busy afternoon, I have to walk all the way along about as far as you can go, right? I get in, let's see, west entrance, right? That'll be easy, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I go in and I look around. Okay, there's the pharmacy. Let's see, where is this lab for doing the scan? Oh, it's way on the other end.
Yeah, what you have to do, Brian, is go out and walk all the way around the outside, and then there's another entrance over there. If the
radiology is actually right next to the hospital.
Yeah,
I did eventually find a map.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I got in there and I waited and got it done. That was easy. And then I'm trying to figure out how the hell do I get out of here? Where is the west entrance? They don't tell you anywhere where the west entrance is. Huh. They're going to only tell you when you're there.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the west entrance. Well, thank you. Show me where it is, right? But one of the things that I did spot is, there's the pharmacy. That's really close to the west entrance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it wasn't that difficult. I just like to bitch about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's done. And then when I got the results for this, they give you all these numbers. They don't tell you, is that a good number or a bad number? When you turn about 70-ish, they say, you need to take these bone...
Oh, your bone density stuff.
The bone density stuff every 2 years or so.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I got good or shit or not.
I
went
to
to
a 12-year-old, if that helps.
The Kaiser Medical Center in Pleasanton by Stone Ridge.
Oh, that's a nice area too.
They don't have a hospital there, so that's one of the problems. You want a hospital? Oh, you got to go to Walnut Creek.
Have you been to the one in I think it's near in Santa Clara? Have you been to that one?
Oh no.
That one's it's far, but it's a really nice facility.
Oh,
it is really a nice area.
Yeah, that's a long way. In fact, that when I found the one that was at San Leandro, it says, here are the places where you can go, and you can go here, 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 and I just ignored the far ones. Like I don't want to go I don't want to go to Antioch. I've been to Antioch.
It's a bit of a drive.
Yeah, right. And if you hit traffic, are you going to ever make your appointment on time?
No.
So anyway, I went for a head scan in Pleasanton.
Ooh, right? You did a CAT scan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just the head, because...
Did you do both parts? Did you do the regular and the iodine crap they stick in your arm for 5 minutes?
All I did was, they were looking at my sinuses. Hey, maybe they'll solve this sinus problem.
That'd be nice.
Okay.
So anyway, I got the results for that. Like, I don't know what any of this shit means, but I'll be talking to the doctor at some point.
Yeah, pretty much. They'll call you, have video conferences.
Right. So I have a new appointment for another retina scan with the doctor in another couple weeks. And then tomorrow, this is fun. I get to visit the urologist to see, hey, is there a way I can pee better?
Is there something wrong with the way you're peeing now?
I'm in the hourly pee club, and I'm tired of that.
So you want to pee better by peeing less?
Less frequently, yes.
Is there some kind of a pinch off happening, or is it just producing more than you need?
I have the benign prostate enlargement problem.
Oh, that'll
that's
pinch
what causes
things off.
Right. So there are different ways to fix it. I don't know. So I got to talk to the doctor about
Isn't there like radiation things to do for?
You do that if you have prostate cancer.
Yeah.
My genes say no cancer here, buddy.
No cancer.
No cancer, just enlarged.
Just
exactly.
Just a big ass prostate getting in the way.
Exactly.
Of things.
So there is this little spot where your colon goes past it. So it wants to borrow that spot when it's full of shit.
Right.
Nice, huh? And then the bladder also likes to use it when you're full of pee, right?
Uh-huh.
It's not expect the prostate sticking up there and messing up the works.
Your organs are all getting up in each other's space, and you're not getting a full evacuation.
Getting all up in that business.
Exactly. You understand the problem.
Yeah.
We could all become doctors now.
We could all be doctors now. We go practice doctoring because we've gone to doctor school.
I did see a urologist about 5 to 7 years ago. Okay. So I'm going to see him again because it's definitely worse.
Yeah, you should get that fixed if you can.
Well, yeah. Actually, my brother in Connecticut did that better.
This hour is brought to you by Colon Blow.
Oh, good one. Good one.
If you can't get all the pee out, you may as well get all the shit out.
That's right.
Colon Blow.
Last time I got my pee checked, they said, "Why does it smell like coffee?" And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, yeah, it smells like a cup of coffee, sir. You might need to drink some more water. I'm like, coffee is upgraded water. Excuse me.
Hey, save some for Jonathan because he can use it to develop film.
No,
oh God, no. I don't know. I mean, it's probably got some extra. It's probably got some extra minerals in it. I don't know.
One of the components of film developing fluid for Cafidol is to add the vitamin C powder. So I think that's because you got to add some acidity. Yeah. So there could be something to making
uric acid?
urine-based developing
uric
fluid.
Acid, that's all it is. Yeah.
I'm not going to Google that to see if anyone's tried that.
You know what? It's like your film's a little yellow, but looks really great. But why is it stank?
I mean, when you made the joke, the thought crosses my head: could that work? And I'm just.
Then you really thought about it. No, that's gross.
And it's like I'm not gonna look any further into that. That thought needs to stop right there.
That's right.
There are some things I don't need to be more curious
Alexa,
about.
can I develop film with pee?
I'm not quite sure what you mean by develop fill with. Could you tell me more about what you're trying to do?
I want
to help you bring your ideas to life.
I would like to develop film with my urine.
Oh, wow. That's a creative approach. While urine isn't typically used for film development, I can tell you about traditional methods if you're interested in the chemistry behind it.
We're just going to go right past
that.
No,
thank you. Thank you, though.
Thank you, but no. Oh, my gosh.
You're so welcome.
That's just the idea. I'm going to pretend you didn't say that.
It's okay. It's in my account, not yours.
That's right. It's
You're
probably
welcome.
going to ask you again later. Hey, how's that work out?
Oh, she does ask me now with the A+. She does do it. She goes, "Oh, I see you bought this, this, and this, and this, and your collection's getting really good. And with your coffee, with your new coffee stuff you bought, you're gonna be ready to go." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you."
Have you seen the ad where the guy is talking to Alexa Plus, and he has a plumbing issue, and Alexa says, "Oh, do you have a pipe wrench?" And he pulls out this toilet brush from underneath. Is this it? Says, I think we're gonna call Thumbtack or whatever to bring in a plumber. It's kind of
There
funny.
you go.
It's kind of funny.
No,
Yeah.
that is not it.
That is not a
Yeah.
that is not a pipe wrench.
So this past weekend, I started another AI programming project.
yeah,
Oh.
Well, I basically, so I have a HP microcomputer, one of those little small box things. That's
Yeah, those are nice.
yeah. Those are
it's-
pretty popular.
it's it's an older one. It's an 800G3, which does not support Windows 11. So I mean, I could force Windows 11 on it.
Really, I
but
didn't think that made anything any micro PCs that far back that it wouldn't take Windows 11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
they've been
Yeah.
around for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I think they were making them when we were working at Tharco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that it wasn't that common to buy them for a desktop. When
Sure,
it was
sure.
probably
Well,
cheaper.
now they're using what the little itty bitty Microsoft piece of shit and
I use
Google
the one
devices.
I have has
So-
it has Intel N150 in it, so it's
So-
what it is. But
it's an Intel processor, an
Yeah.
Intel GPU, so you can't do any serious gaming on it,
Right.
and doesn't support Windows 11, so you'd have security issues if you tried to use it as a daily Windows driver.
I was just a Linux on it. or
so
something.
so I thought, well, what if I could make it? So I've been trying to come up with what could I do with it. So I put a very stripped down command line Debian Linux on it,
Okay.
and then I installed the headless Caldera player that works with my Plex server, and then I had AI make basically a menu that connects with that and navigates that, and then I'm like, well, could I get my Atmos library to work via Plex with a custom app? And sure enough, the AI was able to write an app that would tap into my Plex library and actually recognize the chapters on my
What
album
language?
files.
What language does it use?
It mainly uses Python.
Yeah. That's
Python.
what I
Okay.
So then I'm like, well, so I'm basically treating this like a glorified Roku stick.
Yeah.
What things would I want a Roku stick to do for my media center, but it's beefier than a Roku stick. And so it's so I added things like Pluto and Twitch and vintage gaming or retro gaming, Amazon Prime, YouTube. Now, a lot of these things, the apps that a Roku stick would use are proprietary lockdown things. The way that you could do this on DIY for Linux devices, many of these things, it basically makes a kind of stripped down sandbox browser that automatically opens it up to their site in a full screen mode and maps it to buttons on your controller. So it acts like it's an app, but it's really just a glorified web browser without looking like a web browser.
Right.
But one of the amusing things about doing this is I also had it program a main menu that gives me tiles to navigate through all the different apps that I'm having it build. And it will not borrow copyrighted images to represent the app that you're launching from there.
So create an image from this.
It'll make its own kind of sanitized, generalized image. So some of them are kind of amusing. So I have a screenshot of what my menu for this thing currently looks like that it
All right.
generated. So it just made a nice yellow triangle for Plex, a Wi-Fi signal for my Atmos music, a triangle with a red dot for Caldera, a game controller for games. It made a generic TV for Pluto under that, just a blue triangle for Prime.
That's not so bad.
The YouTube icon actually looks like the YouTube icon. I love what it did for Paramount Plus, a generic mountain with 4 dots above it. That is its interpretation of a verbal description of the Paramount logo. I guess those are supposed to be the arc of stars that be around the mountains, although I guess the text description didn't indicate it should be an arc. I thought that was kind of cute.
Too bad the Prime Video doesn't have an Amazon smile, just a smile superimposed on it.
I plan on replacing these at some point with
Yeah.
my I will load up icons and say put these icons, because it will put icons I create it will not create icons with copyrighted images. If I want to make copyrighted image icons and give it to them to load in there, that's fine. It's just not going to generate that copyright image for me.
Right. So you can
right.
stuck in a copyrighted image.
Right.
It won't create it for you.
But yeah, it won't, because if it creates a copyrighted image, that's a problem. But if it pastes in an image that exists, that's fine. So
it doesn't know that you're copyrighted because it's not going to scan it to go,
right.
That doesn't look.
And it's perfectly fine for people to use images for personal purposes.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Paste into there. I'm not selling this or distributing this. I'm just making a computer on my TV.
What's Tidal?
What's that?
Oh,
what is Tidal?
Tidal's a streaming service that does lossless and uncompressed audio.
That's music. Yeah, it's
music.
It's a music streaming service. You could actually. There are some albums that are being streamed in Dolby Atmos that are only available through Tidal or Apple Music that you can't buy.
You ever used Bandcamp?
I have.
Yeah. I like it because the musicians do better with it.
That's a good place
the industry
to
is
sell
fucking
music.
over musicians.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a lot of times if there's an album I like and it's by people you don't know, or not you don't know, if they're indies and stuff, I'll buy a lot of stuff on Bandcamp too, because like Bandcamp is a great resource for stuff
it's some critical stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great because it's a resource that anyone can use to sell their own stuff, and even larger major artists.
And the great thing is
too.
They'll either give you a streaming link or they'll give you the download link to either the MP3 or FLAC. It's great.
I mean, like that band that I follow that opened for Stereolab called the Memorials. They recently made some more merch and some new T-shirt designs, and so they sent me a link to their Bandcamp site. So they're selling their stuff through there too. Yeah. It's a great resource for smaller independent artists to use.
Right.
Yeah. So that's been my latest project, is trying to basically make this computer, because really what I use is I have a Surface Book that does run Windows 11 that I basically have been docking to my receiver in the living room to open up streaming services or YouTube in a browser, because anytime I tried to use some kind of a stick or cube device, I always find myself saying, why can't this work more like a computer? So, but now I'm redefining what a computer is and what I could do with a computer. I mean, that's the thing. We for a long time thought of the computer as the workstation that you sit at. Of course, we've, as a society, have redefined what a computer is because we carry one in our pockets now.
Sure.
And I mean, there are lots of people that this is their computer. They don't have a workstation anymore. It depends your level. But, when it comes to the Pi, I mean, you could make, instead of a computer being a big, powerful machine that does a lot of things, that's tethered to a spot or tethered to a slab you carry around if it's a laptop, you could have a small computer that's tuned to specific features, and you can fine-tune what exactly you wanted to do. I'm just, now that, I don't have to know how to code to make programs, I can actually make computers do exactly what I want them to do, not make existing programs do what I want it to do, and keep butting up against the fucking limitations.
Well, could you tell it to make a app that lets you hack into the New York Times to play games?
I did consult with AI to try to find a way, and it was AI that suggested the Boston Public Library, and eventually the AI basically told me, well, I guess you're going to have to buy it. Would you like me to help you find the cheapest option? And it's like...
And did you say yes? What's the cheapest option?
No, I said no, I want it for free. I refused to pay a dime.
Oh.
And I said, well, that's okay. It's going to be more than a dime anyways. No, it didn't say that.
It should have said that.
It should have said that. It won't help me do something illegal, so...
Well, that just means you're using the wrong AI. I mean, what does Grok let you do?
Oh, it'll do you. Grok will let you do money laundering.
I haven't used Grok in a while. Well, then again, I'm paying for Claude, and Claude, I'm just.
I
finding
don't
to
pay
be-
for AI.
Yeah.
I don't do AI stuff.
Oh,
very much.
I have no regrets about.
Oh no, it's fine. No, I have no
Claude.
problem playing with AI. I just don't. I've done freaking Cortana or not Cortana. What is it?
Hey, Alexa Plus will do
Copilot.
everything for you, right, Mars?
Alexa, will you do everything for me?
Oh my goodness. I absolutely wish I could be your magical everything doer. While I can't physically tackle your laundry or make you that perfect AeroPress coffee, I'm bursting with enthusiasm to help with so many amazing things. I can answer questions, help with planning, set reminders, control your smart home devices, play your favorite tunes, and so much more. What wonderful task can we conquer together right now?
I'd
Now
like
I
to
know
develop
why
my
we
film with
clap.
urine.
I understand you're exploring some unconventional ideas. While I can't support that specific approach, I'd be happy to chat about other ways to work on personal growth and development that are safe and effective.
Thank you very much.
Denied again.
You're absolutely wonderful.
Now
Have the most
Alexa thinks
amazing
you're a
rest of your
freak.
evening.
But it's gonna lie. It's gonna say you're absolutely wonderful.
You know what? I have it on. I have it on. You can set your personalities on it now. They have personalities, and this is called sweet mode. It just what it does. It basically blows smoke up your butt. That's what it kind of
I
reminds
was
me
gonna
of.
just say kiss your
There,
ass.
there is one. There is one that you have to unlock. It's called what's it called? Sassy mode or something. And it says it curses. It says damn. That's all it does. Yeah, there you go.
would like a prison warden personality.
I would not like that. No, no, I would not.
That would probably be very rude.
No. But
Back in your box.
so someday, and the funny thing is, I paid back in the day. I paid for like the Samuel L. Jackson voice and stuff like that because that was hilarious. I love that one. That one was really good because it would curse at you. It was just go off at you. Yeah.
Regular a voice on regular Alexa.
Yeah. It used to be, and they discontinued it. I paid like 99 cents. Yeah, I
99
I
cents.
pay like 99 cents for it, and then they discontinued
big
it. So
money.
it's done. Sorry, and I'm like, oh, that's sad.
Why don't you ask if you can do that voice again? Can you bring back? Yeah.
Alexa, can you bring back the Samuel L. Jackson voice I used to use?
Oh, I'm so excited you're thinking about voice options. While I don't have a Samuel L. Jackson voice, I've got some amazing alternatives that might be even better for you. I have 4 fantastic masculine voices and 4 incredible feminine voices to choose from. Would you like to try one of the masculine voices?
No.
You're absolutely wonderful. Have the most amazing rest of your evening.
How about James Earl Jones?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
I'm
So-
guessing that it won't have of
It doesn't
a
do some
voice of a
revoices.
living person. All right.
Yeah, well, they used to
Actually,
they
that's it.
like I said, it used to had they had it for a while. I had it for like a couple of years, and I loved using the Samuel L. Jackson voice. It was hilarious, but they just discontinued it. So I'm like, well, maybe someday they'll add more stuff to it. I don't know.
Maybe their deal with the actor expired.
Probably.
Apparently, there has been some uses of interesting film development that we've been discussing here.
Oh, has
in
there?
history? Now I was wrong. My thought is that the vitamin C powder would be what you.
No, it's
replace
probably
'cause it's
ammonia, isn't it?
No, yeah, you're right. I was thinking. Well, I thought urine's acidic, right? And vitamin C
Yeah.
powder is acidic.
Yeah.
So that's. But no, they're telling me
Sure.
basically to do that instead of the coffee, and it's starting to give me measurements here. This is
On the urine?
So
600
urine?
milliliter of urine diluted with water.
Wait.
10 grams vitamin C powder, 40 grams of washing soda.
Wait, a liter? That's a lot of pee, man. I know. You have to do it all at once.
I might have to
or-
save it up for a while.
Yeah, you're like,
so-
just like, let me finish this gallon of water.
Johnny, I thought you were not going to look into this. You've gone down the deep end.
This is Mars's fault.
It's my fault. Nice.
Mars came back to the topic, and I just could not suppress my curiosity anymore. So I asked.
You know I was going to look it up after the show anyway, right?
So I asked the Google AI, is there any precedence to this concept? Yes, there is a fascinating history and precedence for using urine in photography, spanning historic industrial applications, standard darkroom lore, and modern avant-garde art.
Wait. I have a question.
Okay.
Industrial what? How much pee do you have to use to do industrial stuff?
Well, if you just have the restrooms funnel it all to a vat,
Right.
you got
Oh,
an
by the
industrial
way, I have to put
process.
a disclaimer on the wall. By the way, we're going to be using your pee.
Yeah.
Hope you don't mind.
Little opt-in that you're agreeing to.
And if you don't agree to that, you can use this other one that's a shithole.
It's like
Yeah.
they just smelled that. Oh, great. We're going to have to do drug testing, aren't we?
Before the invention of synthetic ammonia in the early 20th century, industrial textile dryers and early photographic printers routinely used aged urine. Urine was collected in large vats and left to ferment. As the urea broke down, it generated a highly alkaline ammonia solution. This was used to alter pH levels, activate dyes like indigo, and shift the tones of early photographic paper processes.
Oh, so it smelled like a truck stop bathroom.
There you go. This is not a pleasant line of work at this point in time. In the mid to late 20th century, the legendary Kodak research chemist Grant Heist, H-A-I-S-T, famously posited that black and white film could be developed using almost anything, including human urine, provided the pH was properly modified. Heist authored Modern Photographic Processing, the definitive textbook on photographic chemistry. His theories inspired generations of darkroom hackers to test the absolute boundaries of what can reduce silver halides. In experimental film circles, historic newsletters reveal that 60mm motion picture filmmakers used urine to modify standard developer formulas like Kodak D19. According to historical forum archives on Photrio, referencing alternative filmmaking newsletters, creators would swap out the water in D19 recipe for urine, the resulting developer tongue-in-cheekily named P19.
Nice.
Was rumored to give the high contrast motion picture negatives a distinct erratic sparkle due to the unique pH
Sparkle,
shifts.
what? Great.
I don't. So I am linking to the Photrio thread that supposedly references this. Oh my God, this is some guy posted about this in 2006. My wife was at a film archive conference recently in New York City, and one of the books she brought back was a collection of reproductions from newsletters published by what you might call alternative filmmakers motion picture. One of these articles described a method of developing 60mm black and white motion picture stock in urine. Well, to be precise, D19 in urine. It was the same method of mixing, except instead of water, one used urine. The author recommended using urine collected in the morning after an evening of drinking. Perhaps this calls for a new kind of photographic outing.
Gators,
followed by
there
a
you
darkroom
go.
session. The author claimed that the film came out pretty much the same with regular D19 and water, but with an additional sparkle, something to do with pH. The part that truly grossed me out was heating up the urine on the stove to the correct temperature for mixing in the D19. I suggest you do it outside, or at the very least, don't do it in my kitchen. I swear to you that this is true, and we'll send scans of the article to whomever wants to read it.
Dear.
The first reply on this thread, I think I just threw up.
Can you use that?
I don't think you can develop anything in vomit, but I am not a chemist.
See?
I thought
boy.
D76 smelled a bit like urine when I was mixing it up for the first time last week. This is
So it's a thing.
it's a thing.
Enjoy, Gators.
What's that?
I
No,
said enjoy.
I'm not doing this.
You're like, okay, Kristen.
I am
Okay,
not,
10. We're doing this. Let's go.
I'm not doing that. I am absolutely not doing that. In fact, I've kind of. I mean, here's the thing.
Don't you want that sparkle in your videos, in your movies?
No, I want color. I don't want sparkle. I want color. Now, I mean, here's the thing. What started this resurgence of interest in this was that Dogfish had Super 8 beer that you could develop in the film in the beer.
Yeah, I remember you used that, right?
But you could only develop Tri-X black and white film to a negative in it. And it's like I still have a bunch of the beer left. It's gone bad, so I can't drink it, but it still would work as developer. But I have really no interest in buying Tri-X film and developing it to a negative using the beer. It's like I've done that. What do I do with the rest of this beer now?
Drink it?
So, well, no, it's not good to drink anymore. It's gone off. It don't taste good. And I don't feel like developing
Drink
black
enough
and
that
white
you won't
negatives.
care, right? Is that what they say?
So I really have nothing good to do with it anymore.
Oh.
You know, because I'm more interested in actual mixing up proper developing fluids like I've been doing,
Yeah.
and these experimental color developments from the old film. That's what really interests me right now. So, like, do I just dump the beer because it's, or do I wait until see if I get interested in doing some black and white developing again at some point? But like, I've surpassed this. I've done things that are cooler than developing a simple black and white negative in beer. You know? Developing, processing film to a negative and not being able to project it is kind of like, why that was my starting point. I'm past that. I don't want to go back there.
Well, you could give it to a homeless man down the way. I don't know.
That's not a bad idea.
So here's some beer.
Hey,
Enjoy.
want some beer that's gone bad?
You can.
That kind of reminds me of that episode of Seinfeld where they were donating the muffin stumps to this.
Boo! Poor because that's because he just won the muffin tops, the muffin
Right.
lids.
Right.
It's a good episode, though.
Yeah, that was a good
And
episode.
then they get all mad. What are you doing? You took away the best part.
They found a solution at the end. They brought in Newman to make them disappear.
Newman.
Oh, one of the funniest Seinfeld moments was a blooper that they just left in where the farmer's daughter flubs the line and goes, "Goodbye, Norman," or calls him Norman.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
That
I
was-
had no problem.
That was actually a blooper that just worked so perfectly. They decided to leave it
great.
in that way.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on here.
Oh,
We've reached the top of the hour.
we have.
Sweet.
Dune writes in, that tree ain't gonna photograph itself. Yeah, but I'm gonna do that with color film. I ain't gonna do that with the beer stuff. I guess I could shoot some like black and white still photography and develop that in beer, and because I really don't feel like doing movie stuff like that or buying Tri-X film. I mean, Tri-X film ain't cheap, and I mean, well, heck, how much is a roll of Super 8 Tri-X? What's it go? I think it's hard to find. It sells out pretty quickly. They can't keep it in stock.
Oh, it's Super 8. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I wonder how much Ektachrome is, because this place is charging $45 for a roll of Tri-X.
Wow.
Let me see what the Ektachrome's going for these days. What the 100D is going for. Holy crap! A roll of Ektachrome 100D is $65 now.
Of Super 8.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
it's in
wow.
stock. It's not been in stock though. And so yeah, 45 for black. See, this is why I do have some rolls of fresh Ektachrome that I bought when it was more like 45. I didn't realize that the price jumped up.
Is there a way to convert 35 millimeter film into Super 8?
Probably. I mean, it's the same material, but you'd have to punch the right holes into it.
Because you have sprockets on both sides, right?
Yeah, and it's too wide, and those holes are too big. But if you took,
well, no. I mean, after all, why is it? Why is it 8 millimeter film? Well, because double that is 16, double that is 32, and if you kind of fiddle with the numbers, you're talking about 35 millimeter.
Yeah. Well, no, 8 and regular 8 and Super 8 only has sprocket holes on one side. Regular 8 came in a cartridge that was actually 16 millimeter film in it, that the camera would shoot half of it, and then you'd have to flip the cartridge over, shoot the other half, and so you basically had a 25-foot roll of 60 millimeter film that you would process, and then after you process it, you run it through a thing that splits it down the middle, splice the two halves together. That's what regular 8 was. Now Super 8 is 8 millimeter film, but with smaller sprocket hole, so that you get a bigger image in it. But I suppose I don't know if there's a cheaper way to. I think I don't. It was never popular here, but in Soviet Russia. Mind you, the tank that I have that I used to process this film, it came from Ukraine, because we didn't have DIY movie developing equipment and kits in the United States back in the day. You just sent that stuff out to the lab. But in Soviet Russia, they did sell equipment for people to DIY their movie developing. And one of the things that you could buy was a reloadable film cartridge, which means that not only in like Ukraine, Russia, those countries would you be able to buy equipment to develop your own movie film, but you could buy spools of film to reload your own cartridge rather than buying cartridges. So I guess you could buy like a tin of 500 feet of film and just load 50 feet into your cartridge in a dark room or in a film change bag, and then load that in your camera. So if Kodak sells spools of Super 8 film by reels, that would be cheaper, but I don't think they do, because there's no precedence for people to have equipment to use 500 foot canisters of Super 8 film. So you'd have to come up with
35 millimeter still photography has always had reloadable.
Well, one of the things that's happened is a lot of outfits that offer film, they buy motion picture film from Kodak,
right,
and they load cartridges to sell it as 35 millimeter still film.
Well, I mean, you could DIY that too.
But apparently Kodak has been struggling to keep up with the demand on that, and so they've been like shutting that down. They've stopped selling to some of those companies. Some of these companies have been complaining that they're struggling to stay in business because Kodak's cut them off, because Kodak is kind of like, get out of here. You're getting in the way of our motion picture business. They just want to make the big orders for the big studios that are still shooting on film. These little mom and pop operations, these small potatoes, that's, trying to get in on the action and be a middleman to sell to hobbyists. I read an article about it where some of these companies have found that Kodak's been cutting them off.
Is Fujifilm still doing that too?
I don't know. I mean, I know that you could still buy rolls of like Kodak 35 millimeter film, but there's a lot of like Cinestill, I think, is one of the outfits out there.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of
and I think what they're
smaller
doing
outfits.
is they're basically buying motion picture film and respooling it. But if Kodak cuts off that supply, that causes a lot of products out there to dry up.
Well, but Fuji still makes film.
Yeah.
In fact, their company is still Fujifilm. You know, you buy a digital camera and it has a Fujifilm name on it, which seems kind of bizarre. Dude, you went digital. In fact, they still sell a instant camera like you know, right. You know, like Polaroid.
Right.
I think Polaroid is completely out of business.
But
I do see their cameras, so I don't know who's making them.
No,
I think they're just using them.
That's an interesting story. So what happened? Polaroid closed up shop.
Yeah.
Some of the people that were working at Polaroid towards the end of their run, when it became known in the company that they were winding down, there were people that were interested in continuing a product of film, and that was originally called the Impossible Project. And the Impossible Project successfully came up with a method to make a workable modern Polaroid film that works in the Polaroid cameras. And once Polaroid shut down, at some point the Impossible Project was successful enough that one of the things they did was they bought the last Polaroid factory, and that's how they got access to the equipment and the machines to manufacture the film. Are you going?
So they're not only making the film, but they're also making the cameras?
Well, they are making new cameras.
Yeah, because I've seen those in the store.
And the new cameras basically are like a 600 camera that it just doesn't require a battery to be in the film cartridge. It has a battery compartment. But you could still load regular 600 film in there. They make the 600 film that's got the battery in it so that your old cameras can run. They make a version of SX70 film for the older SX70 cameras. They make the newer film that's basically 600 without a battery. And they make cameras. But the thing is that they acquired the Polaroid company name. So now they are Polaroid. So
right.
There's a Polaroid in business. They're called Polaroid, and they sell Polaroid film, and they run out of a factory.
Film do say Polaroid,
but it's a new company that acquired the name after the old Polaroid shut down. So that's so yeah, Polaroid's still in business, but there's kind of that interruption and transition there, that it's not the same Polaroid, but they're doing some good things.
Yeah.
What
have you compared the current Polaroid versus the Fuji Instax?
Is that the camera that's got like the smaller pictures that come out?
Well, they have a couple of different sizes, but yeah, typically a little smaller. There's a Instax wide.
Well, they
have a few sizes.
My brother has one of those Fuji cameras, and I looked at a few of those, but I haven't played around with it myself or done some direct comparisons. I mean, it's the same principles, it's the same concept. They look very similar.
Yeah. Actually, on the History Channel, they just did a thing on, the big brands that made America, whatever it's called.
Right.
They did one on Polaroid and how he. The guy's name was Land. That's why it's the Polaroid Land camera.
Oh,
That's
see.
his name, and how he got started. And at first, he tried. He had good cooperation from Kodak, but then Kodak became assholes because they wanted to get all the chemistry and stuff like that from Kodak. Well, Kodak didn't want any part of it. Like, well, you're a competition. No, it's a whole different deal.
I mean, it is competition in a way,
your
though.
Studio photographer, that's doing wedding photos is not going to use a Polaroid camera.
But it is going to cut into some of their film sales.
Oh,
potentially.
not that much.
Well, that's debatable. I mean, heck,
Yeah, well, they didn't
we're
do
talking about the company that held back on the digital camera because they didn't want to interrupt their film sales.
Exactly, because they're stupid.
But that became a whole industry that they could have transitioned into. But that's not how they
Exactly.
saw
Let's
it.
see. Let's see. Nikon did it. Canon did it. Sony did it. Actually, they acquired.
But they were already making
Minolta.
cameras. They didn't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
any,
yeah.
any
But,
part of their
well,
business to lose from doing it. Kodak did not want to interrupt their
it's the film. The film
the
business.
film model, not seeing how big digital photography could be and how much they could have.
Have you ever
profited
gone
off that.
into the Lomography site and looked at some of their cameras and stuff?
It's been a while. You've talked about it, and
Yeah.
I've looked. A little
Actually,
bit.
one I saw that
Yeah.
they brought back. The thing is, you see a camera and then it's not on their website anymore. They quit making them or whatever. Didn't make enough. Anyway, there's this one called the spinner. You hold the sucker out like this, and it's 35 millimeter. You pull a string, like a talking doll,
Okay.
and the thing spins around, and it has this slot, for the exposure, and so you get this 360-degree panoramic, and you're holding the thing in front of you so that the thing starts on one side, comes around, you end up being in the middle, and then if you're holding it straight out,
Right.
it's a pretty cool idea. I mean, you can't get wider than that as far as a panoramic.
Yeah. Yeah. Although it probably have a weird effect to it since you're flat.
And then people that get them will do strange things. They'll hold it sideways to get all the way around. You're in the middle of the picture, and then you'll have somebody on the other side of you that's jumping or doing something strange. They do all these strange effects with it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's time lapsing in a sense.
Basically, yeah. Although it's I think
that's
kind
kinda
of
similar-
the turn is maybe a second or a half a second.
That's kind of similar to that concept that the phones had for a while, where you could do move the camera with your hand and it would trace it to give you a wide panoramic
Yes,
shot.
right. Oh, and then when they came out with the panoramic shots, where you set it to pano mode, you click it, and then it does it. If you have cars moving, depending on which way they're going, either you have a really short car, or hey, you got a
really
stretch
long
limo.
car. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I just want to pull the string and see if it goes. The cow goes moo.
Maybe you're supposed to move when you pull the
yeah.
You
The old
know,
toy where you pull the string and it goes around.
growing up, my younger brother had a counting number version of it that had a number of
Oh,
animals.
I've seen that one. Yeah, I've
and
seen
the
that
sound.
one too.
And
Yeah,
the thing I found fun was that it what it taught us is that the sound that bears makes is humming or something like that.
That's what they sound like.
You know what? I can't do it justice. I got to see if I can find if someone's documented this. Let's see. What do they call those toys with the pull string? Pull string toy. 2 brown bears. No, that's not it. It's just not coming up with it.
It's like this, not the CNC. It was not the CNC. It was the was it CNC?
No, it was oh god, what were those
Of course, there's been many dolls that did that too.
spinning
Mama,
Yeah,
mama,
talking
mama. Oh, that'd be
toy.
annoying.
numbers? Let's see if I can find what that is.
And later on, they changed it so you didn't have a string anymore. Like my niece.
CNC.
Yeah, the CNC was what I thought it was, but they made it stupid now because you actually pull down a lever now and it goes up and turns around instead of the string.
Well, yeah. Well, that's old. I mean, I remember the first ones that did that. You pulled a lever like halfway down, and it would move up, and then they turn into a lever that just pulls down a little bit and has an internal thing that.
No, we had the
That
ones
it-
with the whole string where you pull the whole string, the rip cord string, and it goes.
The problem,
But
with
they
the
got rid of that.
string-
Yeah. They got
problem
rid
with
of
the
that.
String
string
breaks.
is,
Yeah.
well, no, it's not that the string break. The problem I ran into is that the string could get a knot in it, and then it
No,
would
we
get
never had
stuck.
that. Yeah, no. The reason they stopped the string was because kids were choking themselves with it.
Oh no!
Yeah,
It would
'cause-
take some effort to choke
Of
yourself
course,
with a string
nowadays
like
you
that.
have all
It's
these
spring
digital
loaded.
things
Don't stay out long enough.
where you
to
push
do.
the button and it starts talking at you.
Yeah, it's fun. No. What I used to do, because I used to have that plastic loop at the end of the string, I used to sit there and pull it all the way down, and stick it on the light switch, and make it pull itself upward, and then it would get slow. Yeah, I was an inventive
Let's see. See and
child.
say count with colors. This might be the one. Someone's got one on eBay, I think, but unfortunately, that's not going to help me get the sounds off of it. Oh yes, that is exactly the one. It's got a purple dragon, 2 brown bears.
What does that look like?
3 red cocks. No, wait.
It's got a red cock.
Got
Here.
3 of them, Brian.
3 of them. 3 red cocks and 4 green frogs. And I don't think they actually said cock.
This show has something to work up to. We only saw one the other day.
Right.
See, roosters. Roosters, I think, is what they would probably.
I see I see what you
3
mean.
red
Yeah.
cocks. That is not what you were picturing, was it? Yeah, this is the one we had. I wonder if we could find a YouTube example of this. See and say count. All right, so let's bring up YouTube and let's type in see say count. See if anyone. Nope, no, these are just modern kids videos. Count pull string. Let's see. No, that's a different one. No, that's not the right one either. Let's see. See, say, count, pull string, animals, bears. You think you can find anything on the internet, and then you try to find something this specific, and you find out, no, you can't find anything on the internet.
Actually, it's C and the letter N and say, right?
It is. Well, let's see if it actually says on here. Count with colors. See and say count with colors.
Here you go.
All right. See and say count with colors. Let's see. That's a different one. Because that one doesn't have all animals. That one's a Disney one. Let's see. Yeah, I can't find the exact right one though, but it was. What I was trying to do is I was trying to avoid doing my impersonation of it because my impersonation will not do justice to the original, but I can still hear it clear in my head.
Right.
It would go 2 brown bears. Dee-dum-dee-dum-dee-dum-dum-dum. So I guess that's the sound.
not a bear noise.
That's
what bear sister does that?
That's the sound these bears, but these were cartoon bears that go dee-dum, 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 dum, dum.
Okay.
They didn't know what a bear sounded like.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it does other, sounds for these other. I don't know what it did for the goldfish.
Probably blah 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 blah.
I don't know what it did for the purple dragon. But certainly we got 8 seals. We all know what sound the seals make.
No, I've never heard of seal before. Nope.
Oh, shoot.
Well, they've sure heard you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sad I didn't get to see Chonkers. Chonkers
let's
is
see.
a big one.
We might have it. We might have something here.
On the ad, yeah.
Yep. That's the seal.
Oh, only gave us the seal. We didn't get the bears.
Maybe there's
Sorry.
another video. Keep going through the list.
I might have to buy one of these. Is what I might
God.
have to do for
Tell me,
30
30
bucks
what's your
bucks, no big deal.
problem?
or $20. Or all right. So this is see and say count with animals, I think is what it was called. Oh, count with colors. Let's do that and see if we can find another one. Let's see if we can find one that has a video. Let's see. All right, so that is this one. Maybe this one. Okay, maybe this one. See if anyone else put a video in their ad. We are scouring eBay for videos, for content. That is the level we've reached on this show.
Hey, this is after hours. You can do anything you want.
Yeah, we can do whatever. All right, let's see. Oh, this one's $20 or best offer. And there's no video in this one, I don't think. That's too bad. Well, at least we found the seal. That was cool. This is that one again. I think this is just the seal again.
Yep.
Maybe they thought that was the most original sound.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
I guess.
No one cares about the bear because it's not really a bear noise.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Yeah, that's not a bear noise.
It's kind of like Yogi Bear, right?
Yeah, boo boo. Yeah, it is. It is kind of. Is it? All right, let's see if AI can find it. I'm looking for the audio sound of a Mattel See and Say Count with Colors toy that would say 2 brown bears followed by them kind of humming. All right, let's see if Claude can find it. Let's put AI to use. This is what we made AI for, isn't it?
Oh,
Bless
yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. It's sending me a YouTube link.
Apple. I don't think that's the right one.
It's probably the wrong one, though. It's sending me a YouTube link, though, which I think I saw one on YouTube that was the wrong toy that didn't have the same things on it. What'd you find?
Just a second.
Oh, it gave me a bad link, because of course it did, because it's fucking AI.
Can you tell it? Nope, that failed.
I could, but that
Gators,
might not help.
is that it?
Let's see what we got here. I don't think so, because that's got a green number 2. That's got different animals and different numbers. That's got 2 green frogs. It's very similar. But
that's from 1971, I think.
Yeah,
so I figured it'd be about the right time, but it's got the CNC noise though. Wow.
That's the devil. And you know what? It's interesting. It seems that the video, because I translated the link that it gave me into a proper format for a YouTube browser link, and it's an unavailable video. So I don't know what. You know what? I'm going to pop that into the Wayback Machine, see if I can at least get what the title of the video AI found was, to see if it's the right thing or not. Let's see what else. It's basically AI basically said, you might try just searching YouTube for it. It's like, I already did that. Why do you think I'm asking you? AI can't find what ain't out there, unfortunately. But let's see what this YouTube link it found that is invalid is. Let's see if there's anything else we can find. No, none of these are the right one. I really don't want to buy one. I really don't need that.
I think we've beat this cat to death anyway.
I really want to find that sound though.
I know.
Dee dumpty dumpty dum. I'm hearing it in my head. I cannot
know
do
it.
justice.
I know it.
It's driving
You
me
got
nuts.
the earworm going.
I got the earworm. I want to hear the two brown bears again. My life is not complete until I hear these brown bears again.
That's right.
All right. Well, you know what?
Sheldon, you're just gonna have to go with it, Sheldon.
I'm thank you.
There's that stupid episode where the whole episode is he's got this earworm.
Oh yeah, the Beach
It's amusing,
Boys.
but it's annoying.
The Beach
Right,
Boys.
the Beach Boys
Do
too,
do do
right.
do 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 do. He's just annoying everyone because it's annoying him. Yeah.
Right. And then he plays on a different instrument, the tuba. Like,
Right.
give a break.
Well, this has been another fun-filled edition
Fun
of,
film.
Insert title here.
and not fun-filled too. But we'll be back maybe in a few weeks. Stay tuned. So we do try to be educational here. Mars, what have you learned this week?
I learned you can develop film with P10.
And Brian, what have you learned this week?
I learned that, well, we really don't know how to unconfuse a cat.
Yeah, and I learned, what did I learn? I learned that brown bears still hum, but it might be lost media.
Right. There you go.
There we go. That was lame. Whatever. So anyways, let's see. Do we have enough viewers that it's worth rating? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just us sitting in the chat right now, so I'm not going to bother rating. We just don't have an audience this week.
Yeah, it shows two people. So who's not really here?
That's me, you, and the other. It doesn't count me, so it's just you two. And
Right.
Dune. And Dune can go pick what channel he wants to watch. So thank you again for watching. We'll
Is
be
June
back.
really here still?
He's in the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we didn't say anything to chase him off this time.
No.
All right, we'll
Next
be back.
time we'll try harder, right?
Good night, everyone.
All
Bye,
right.
everyone.